Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Rashad Penny. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. That one going to be complete to David Moore. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Penny. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield.
Check right. Watching your five. You got nothing to run. You got nothing. Let's go. Get it.
2nd and 5. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing the second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded at the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So we got man. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches.
2nd down and inches. He finds Hopkins complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter. Because he has such great skills, you want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Looking to throw. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny. His 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. 14, Seahawks 7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs. And
confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Shot. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball right here. Mike 54.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. This one complete to Smallwood. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Murray now on first down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Murray now, 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on. You better bring it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Go.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's got the connection to Cooper. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Ball shot. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, here I come.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's been a long day for you. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And
Murray looks to throw again. 2nd and 10. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They come out here in the I.
blue down, blue down. Slam, slam, slam.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Royce Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Got it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Ready.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Get it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A first throw for the backup, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Alert. 55. Mike 55. Here we go, D. Let's go. Mike 55. Mike 55.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lorenzo. Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Hey, box truck. 55, my guy, 55. Rabbit. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Myers able to knock it through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A good gain there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Take 4, take 4.
Once more, here's Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Stop your whining.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Down. Kick to Pittsburgh. Watch my 4. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Running on first down, Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's fun. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Marquise Blair, 2nd-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Mike 5-4. I got it. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, let's get that ball.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray. This one complete to Smallwood. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. Murray now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Bring it.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 14.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
You remember this? Let's go, baby.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 7 on the year. There the Cardinals push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, with those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
First down, Seahawks.
Crunch. No.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
2nd and 11. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Cardinals will take over at their 20-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the curls. Hustle. Mike 55. Crunch time, defense. Mike 55. Let's put him on the buses.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray able to shake, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Mike, 55.
1st down, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now a toss play to Eckler. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 46.
He's crashing. Go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the run, watch the run.
It's a give to Freeman running right. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56. You're not ready. You're not ready. Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punt.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Trey Flowers picks it. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
In your face. Hey, check right. Watch 85. I'm coming.
2nd and 10. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first down.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
10 logo. Let's go, D.
This is Penny. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Damian Ratley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Seahawks 25. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Get off the field. Let's get
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Eluding the pressure right. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
On the run, it's Penny. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Carson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Defense.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Murray now on 1st down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Murray now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there in the final minute. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Seahawks take over.
Let's go,
first
baby.
and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
58, boys. 58. 58. Come on. Check pass. Check pass. 58 to Mike.
They'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
First down, Seattle.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, orbit.
Over there. Single receiver. Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Watch 7. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 58. Right over there. Right over there. Yeah.
Five.
He's back to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Switch. Switch.
Go.
Thumbs up the helmet. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch it.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Intended for Damian Buckley. It's now 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's get this. Get this.
Hey, Charlie.
58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now to be interesting to see how they respond as a team. Because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.